Right, we are here at Ashburton, and it's good because it's Dominion Handicap Day tomorrow, but we're catching up with some harness racing royalty. Phil Williamson, firstly, welcome.
Yep, how are you?
Very well. We've got to put up with a little bit of rubbish behind us as we're about to start these interviews, don't you?
Yeah, well, these young family, you know, they've always never short of something to say.
You've had a great week, mate.
Yeah, no, things have been going great. Yeah, we've got some nice horses, and that helps a lot.
The feature race here today at Ashburton for the 2-year-old trotters. Great that it's a feature race for 2-year-old trotters, and it is a feature race not for on the whole card. So that part in itself is great. But Empire City having its first start was very, very impressive.
Yeah, no, she's been a quality horse from day one. She's actually had 4 starts.
Four starts.
Yeah, but she won her first one.
Yep.
And she won again today, and she's always had a bit of quality about her.
Yeah, no, she lovely horse. When she walked past, I was saying with Joey Thompson, he says, I've been given a tip for him one in this race, and she walked past, and he goes, that's why I've been given the tip, just the way she looked, and looked beautiful, and trots beautiful, and trots like a real professional horse.
So you said go away and back it then?
He didn't back it. That's the only thing you can tell you. If he's watching this now, he'll be going, yeah, I didn't back it because we stood there and talked. We can talk for a bit, and he forgot all about backing it.
Yeah, that's right. No, she's right up with the best of the 2-year-olds, I'd say, for sure.
It's an interesting time because you look at them, and one of the things I've been saying for a long time with most of the people with the young horses, be a better horse next year. This horse, I don't know about that. This horse looks like it's ready made. It's strong for right now and right where we're at. It looks in proportion, looks ready to trot. Yeah,
that's true. But I've found over the years when people say, oh, I've got this, my one's going to catch up on you, they never seem to. The better ones always seem to stay better, even if you know you think your one's going to get better, and it may. The good ones get better too.
Matty was the one giving us a bit of cheek about the breaking in. Yeah. From afar, I watch as many of the races over here as I can. I love the 2-year-old trots. His little filly, Princess Sadie, looks a quality filly. The depth this year in the 2-year-old trottings, and especially the 2-year-old trotting fillies, you've got to remember too, High Step won the Redwood. Right. It's amazing here in New Zealand this year, isn't it? Yeah,
there's some pretty nice trotters. You know, in the last few years, probably nearly the last 10 years, we've been able to get access to quality blood from across the world, really, and that's having a big impact on our horses because what tends to happen when they're outbred and we breed into these newer stallions, you get an outcross and that, and if you get it right, you know, you can strike gold.
Not being rude, that's probably what you got. You've got, like I said, this horse looks a ready-made horse. Go back 4 or 5 years ago, the Kiwi horses were probably, it looks like it'll be a 3-year-old. A 3-year-old would look like it'd be a 4-year-old, and I'm not. It's got nothing on being. I hope it's taken the right way. Whereas that's what I said. This horse looks a ready racehorse.
Yeah, and she was quality right from when Matt broke her in. He had her there for breaking in prep, and when he sent her home, he said, "I really like this one, Dad." And you know, he'd only had her in the cart maybe half a dozen times when he brought her home, and he's proved to be right.
Yeah, don't tell him too loud because he was being cheeky before.
No, but it was what he liked. Yeah, so it was nice.
I want to know what he's doing with the chickens, but that's a story for another day as well. We won't even worry about that one. Speaking of Maddie, firstly, congratulations to you for Tuesday. I didn't come and annoy you because you had a fair bit going on, and I was hoping to catch up with you at some stage. But loving the port probably takes us backward step to this horse, but great to get the return to form, albeit, you know, like it wasn't that long ago we won the Rowe Cup, so I mean it's you know, the form's only temporary, isn't it, in a way?
Oh, for sure. Sometimes when they throw in an indifferent performance, you do wonder where that came from, but it doesn't take much for a horse at that elite level to be just 10% off its game, and that's all you need to be running 5th, and you know, that's how it works, unfortunately. It's hard to keep them 100% every day.
And the depth in trotters, I said about the babies, but your fast-class trotters I think are better than Australians at the minute. There'll be some Australians, Queen Alita, but she's a Kiwi anyway, but I mean, I think you're consistent right across the board. I think it's very, very, very good here in New Zealand.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Queen Alita, she's out of a family of ours, but anyway, but no, hey, rap for that. But no, I always have plenty of respect for the Australian horses. They've got good horses, they proved it, they won the Cup. And they've got nice trotters too, but it just goes in a bit of a wave. You can have a run where at the moment, I think Muscle Mountain's quite dominant, and I think he would beat any horse in Australasia on his best day with ease. Yep. He's just freaky good. And while he's around, the rest are running, you know, for luck.
Would we'll say Dominion Handicap, I want to talk to you about that in a minute, but as a trotting purist, because as I'm saying that, I'm thinking, hang on, Just Believe is over there, Queen Elita's over there, Aldebaran Zeus goes over to Yonkers. There's so many other younger trotters coming through and all the rest. As a trotting purist, and I know you train paces, but as a trotting, you don't, did you? You did?
Not a one.
Not a one?
I have in the past, but no, I don't have one on the property.
So how do you... do you sit and watch the Australian racing and just love the direction that it's gone to?
Oh, I love all harness racing across the world.
Yep.
I'm just an enthusiast of the game. I live for it, and I love the trotters especially, but I still love watching good paces. There's nothing like great racing.
Yeah, no, don't. But do you enjoy the level that the trotters have gone to?
Oh, for sure. We've definitely got better. There's no doubt. Like our top trotters one time, they'd go 158 and it was wow. Now the 2-year-olds are doing it.
Yeah, that's what you did today. The Dominion Handicap, loving the port. I can't tell you the draws. I haven't got it in front of me and all the rest. But where is your confidence level? And is Majestic Man in it? He is, isn't he?
Yeah, he drew 5, Majestic Man, and the other fella, Loving the Port, drew 10. Both on the front line, so they'll have their chance, but as I say, I'm a realist about it. Muscle Mountain's, in my opinion, considerably better than anything in the field. Bolt for Brilliance is a great horse, but he might, he's had to come through an injury, so can he be at his best? We'll find out tomorrow, but, the other horse is freaky good, and our fellas, Majestic Man's done a phenomenal job. He's won 800,000, so he's no mug, but, he's getting older, and... I think tomorrow it'll be tough. I'm hoping that they'll go good races. That's all you can ask for, is a good clean race, and may the best horse win. And quite often at this level, the great ones spread them far and wide.
Yeah, and that's what you think might happen?
Well, it's happened in the past. Like, we won the Road Cup, but the other horse gave us a 100-metre start and ran fourth. Went phenomenal, but... It tends to happen. If you look across the great horse that Dunn's had in recent years, he was able to just go run any unbelievable fractions, sub bloody 4 minute mile, 2 miles, and that's pretty impressive stuff. And when that kind of pressure goes on, it definitely sorts out the ones that are just a step below that elite level.
Yeah, they play for keeps.
Yeah, they do in those big goes.
Yeah, absolutely. You got any other runners tomorrow?
I got one the first.
Any chance?
Very good chance.
You give us a name, or are you going to keep that to yourself?
Ara Kenny. She's drawn 14, which is the negative, but as good as any in the race, I think.
That's a good push. That's very well. Well done, mate. Congratulations. Nice little filly. Hopefully you might be back travelling over to Australia, and hopefully they make it a bit easier to get you guys across and race for our better races this time next year. But it does get a little bit tight, because the Redwood was only 2 weeks ago. It makes these sort of things very hard. I know she should be an Oaks filly next year, but it's still very hard. Yeah,
it is, and it's a shame because crossing the ditch is a thrill to go over there and win, just like them coming over here. There's nothing like the rivalry between Australia and New Zealand. It's a friendly rivalry, but it's great. We don't mind their horses coming over and showing what they can do, and they've come before and beat us. It's what it's about, but it's good for the Australians too. They probably like seeing something new coming over and see how good this Kiwi thing is, and we're the same.
Great Southern Star with Love and a Port. Would you be a chance of coming over, or
no? Probably not up to that quality.
Yep.
Like it's a long way to go to if you're just not the best.
Yep.
You want to be, in my view, one of the best to be coming. Like Muscle Mountain come over, he'd be really hard to beat.
Oh, there's talk he's coming over, so hopefully he does, and it's good for Australasian racing.
Well, it would be, because then they'll see how good, really good is, because he's phenomenal.
So I've been fortunate enough to be at a few race meetings last year. I saw Leap to Fame go around Tamworth last year. I think he went 154. Like, people might say, well, what? But that was just something to behold.
Yeah.
I was here for the Dominion Handicap last year too, and that tactically as a race, and also just exciting to watch two great trotters. It was just brilliant, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. It's what makes your hair stand up if you're a purist for the love of the trotter and the good race. Spectacular race, and that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely, Phil. Great. Thank you for a chat. Really love it, and good luck with this horse. Hopefully this time next year you'll be still waiting a couple of weeks anyway, so she'll be back Grand Prix Day, you said.
Her next race will be the big race in Christchurch here, and we'll try our luck there again. If we can keep her healthy and well, she's definitely one of the ones to beat.
you say about no travelling, you might have to pack your bags with her soon.
Yeah, well, we won't be frightened to come if they can program them right. The trouble is the clash of the Kiwi big races with the Australian big races. They probably need to look at that if they want to entice, the Mark Purdens and the Phil Williamsons and Paul Mears and one or two to come across, because if they're at the same carnivals, well, just like with the Inter-Dominions coming up right on our back door now, it's just not an option. So unfortunately,
and Road Cup time is when the Oaks is on as well on the North Island, so that nearly rules out travelling for you guys for that. So it makes it hard, doesn't it?
Yeah, the programming needs to be right, but I mean, I'm not the programmer, so I don't want to be throwing stones at them. They're obviously doing their best, but carnivals, if they can be blocked and looked at the opportunity to get the visitors, I think they should look at it, because it'll bring a lot of interest to those major races. And
regrow the sport that's been in demise for a long time. It's easy to regrow it when we can promote quality horses.
Yeah, that's the thing, and now that we've got access, as I say, to these world-class stallions, we can get some great races.
Phil, thank you. Love the chat.
Yeah, cheers. Pleasure.